Hey everyone, we've got a real treat for you today. We're heading to the Rock Candy Mine. It sounds cool, and it really is cool. The Rock Candy Mine is about 25 miles north of here. It has a fluorite crystals, and they're really cool. They're the most colorful probably minerals you've ever seen in a mine. They're like a green and blue and quartz, just beautiful. And they're prized by gem collectors and stuff. When the mine was first opened around 1916, 1918, somewhere like that, Cominco, which had the big smelter and trail, they bought that. And what they used the fluoride for is they made something called fluorspar. They ground it up, basically. It's got a lot of silica in it. And they had to add that to flux, and it was part of, they used it in the smelting process. So it doesn't really have any, it's kind of an industrial mineral. They don't use it for anything. They don't use that stuff anymore for smelting. They use silica sand now, so they don't need it anymore. The mine got sold to a gem collector, so they take people up there and they pick around there. I was really interested in the historic aspects of this mine. It's got a beautiful tramway that's about 4 kilometers right across the mountains, big spans, and so we followed this old tramway into the mine and had a look at the mine. Now, they were supposedly blasted all the adits from the historic part of the mine shut in 1980, but that's not true. And we talked to the mine owners, or the guy that does the tours for the mine. We tried to get access to the mine, but they didn't even want to talk to us. So basically, we just followed the tram line in there, and we explored the mine. And it's just a fascinating mine. Probably lots of people went up there and looked. And the tours, they just take you to the top stope, the outside of the top stope, and they pick around through some rock. But it's really fascinating to go underneath there and see some of these colors. Just really very colorful mine, beautiful mine, and some real cool artifacts, mine cars and stuff in there. So we really wanted to get in there before they were supposed to blast everything all shut, so completely close it off. But we wanted to get in there and document this before it is actually destroyed. So yeah, so just a really cool explorer, and we'll check out the tramway. We've got some aerial segments, and we'll show you what this mine looks like. There, if you look on your left, kind of the middle of the screen, middle to the left there, you'll see a clearing. That's the Rock Candy Mine there. So now we're following the tramway, went along that bare spot in the middle of the screen at the bottom, and went kind of right along the creek there, going all the way there. So more on the left side where it's bare, there's not so many trees, just up in there a little bit. If you have a big screen TV, you can find it. So we're just going to follow that path. It's 2.5 miles from the mine right over this. If you're looking straight ahead, you'll see a mountain. The tramway actually went straight up the mountain in a straight line all the way, and then on the other side to the Lynch Creek where the railway came up. So I'm gonna kind of this is quite a low pass, about as low as I can go. And now if you look real closely, we'll give you another shot, and we'll go right over top of the mountain. I'm too low here, so on this another pass. Okay, I'll just now you can kind of see a bit of a line there going right to the very top of the mountain. The tram's there. If you got a big screen to be able to see it. And then we're going to swing real sharp. We're going to go right against the cliff face on the back side in this next shot, and you might be able to just catch the lines. The cables are still there. It's right on that real steep cliff face on the right. The cables are going straight down, and they're joining up the tram there. We decided to retrace the tramway, starting right from Lynch Creek, which is about 30 kilometers on the North Fork Road, And this is the very first station. This is where actually they would dump the ore into the train that came up to Lynch Creek. So this is the remains. There's pretty extensive there. Lots of railway stuff there. There were some shacks there, a whole bunch of bricks, and you can see it right on the side of the road at 30 kilometers. If you look to your right, it comes right down to the road if you look very carefully, right at 30 kilometers. And from there we went up, we hiked straight up on the other side of the river, straight towards Rock Candy on the other side of the mountain. It's half a mile to this first tram station here. So I'm seeing about 5 towers right on the very top of the mountain. Must climb up about 1,000 feet straight up from where the railway line was there, and we're heading towards Rock Creek, and we're following this line from there right to the Rock Candy mine. And all the parts seem to be there. Pretty rotted, the timbers and stuff. Person could probably take all these parts and rebuild those timbers. This is the Rock Candy side. There's the last trestle right there at Rock Candy. Here's the boiler that would have run a steam donkey that would have actually powered the tram. So they started a fire in this boiler, and there's a whole bunch of, you'll see a bunch of rods in there, heat exchanger rods. So that heats the water up, that makes steam, and that's what would have powered the winch. Tramway, ore buckets. Yeah, there's ore buckets from the tramway, without a doubt. I haven't seen no fence or any no trespassing signs, so we're assuming this is Crown land. What do you think, Mike? Are we trespassing?
Never signed no trespassing sign.
I think I could practice doing a little rock climbing here maybe, eh? So they've done some blasting in here. You can see they blasted part of this hill. This is what they're after here. It's got a little fluorine. Fluorine is called, Mike? Fluorine? Fluoride?
Fluorite.
Fluoride crystals, yeah. Bluish, kind of nice looking rock. Looks like they've mined a whole bunch of little holes out of here. Dug out there into the bank. Looks like there's a pretty fair sized deposit of this stuff, a bit of a vein here going across at an angle there. I suspect I could just blast this. Oh, there's a country rock there, right? So the deposit is on this side of the rock, eh?
Yeah, that's
I'd say.
like
So it doesn't go in that far.
diorite or something.
There's a vein below it though, see? Yeah. Okay, well, let's see what's on the ground. See if this is where the really good stuff is. I'm not going to take anything because they can't say we stole anything.
The green ones,
Yeah.
they're fluorite.
We don't take anything, they can't charge us with theft. Now, we're going to go for a little tour here in the Rock Candy mine. There's rats here. There aren't too many of these fluoride mines around. They ship these crystals to universities and stuff that studying geology and whatnot. Sell them for samples. So this is the area they mined in here. Once you get past that little blockage, it's easy to get back here. It's pretty wide open in here. You just have to crawl through that little spot and then it's all wide open in here. It goes down. Oh, it looks like there's a main tunnel here.
As long as this big one doesn't give way.
Yeah.
Like that.
Need a hand or are you okay?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah. What's stoping up in here? This is pretty interesting colors and stuff. You don't see this anywhere else.
Yeah.
These little areas that they mined out in here. Ooh, how do you like that for crystals?
Nice crystals there?
Well, I don't know what a crystal is, but ooh, and they dug way inside these little holes, little veins in here. This looks really neat. Wow. There's definitely some layers and bands and stuff in here.
Huh.
Yeah, you're never going to see a more colorful mine probably than this. Well, there's some blues, eh?
That's the halite probably, or the barite.
Oh, barite?
Yeah.
Oh, there's all kinds of different minerals in here. Have a look at this, Mike. There's white stuff, blue, green, yellow. This looks like it's maybe going to end here. Oh, there's really colorful. That lens comes right through to this side. The lens from the other side comes right through. Look at the colors in that. Man, isn't that something? Man, you wonder why they don't like to let people in here. It's just a real treat to get in here. Look at this stuff. Oh, awesome. It's even more colorful on this side. Looks like it's the same lens that goes through, but it runs out. I think it goes right through from that other side. It's the same lens that goes through. Oh, it's awesome. Once you get past it, there's nothing up there, eh? It's just this narrow band. It's got this real rich fluorite in here, eh? Really rich in there, just incredible.
Huh? Oh yeah.
And then it peters right out, eh? Oh, that looks pretty neat shot there. Looking back towards you, it's all green there behind you. It's neat to have someone in the picture because it kind of gives you
Look at this.
perspective. Just how big it is in here. Oh, there's a stubby beer bottle. This you can tell it's an old mine when you see stubby beer bottles. Okay, well, there's a couple other old workings in here. Looks like they've mostly been plugged off. Well, this seems... Yeah. Gotta plug some of this stuff off. Now there's a tunnel that goes up there, but there's some big frickin' boulders up there that are just sitting there, eh? So I'd say a person probably doesn't really need to go up there. I don't necessarily need to explore every part of every mine, you know, you gotta kinda, like even this, eh? It's pretty loose in here, you gotta be careful if you grab the wrong bloody thing here. You know, you could set a fair bit of this rock on top of you, so you be very careful and try not to disturb anything. It's like that old game we used to play when we were kids with the straws and the marbles. You pull the wrong straw out and the marbles will end up on your head. Except these marbles are a little bigger. Yeah, I think you might have blasted in here recently. Try to free up more of this rock here. Pretty cool mine. Alright, so we're joined here by Andres and Nicole. And we're going to go in from the top at it of the Rock Candy Mine. We're going to have a look and see if we can get down to the historic workings and see if there's another crosscut down there. This is an ore pass between the number 1 and number 2 at it. Pretty colorful rocks in here. Purple, white, yellow. I'll have to see what they all mined in here, but there's a pretty cool looking minerals in here for sure. Yeah, more of this beautiful material here. See bands of it all through this whole, over a pretty big area too. I'm thinking there's lots of that here. I'm thinking these levels maybe are gonna connect back up at the bottom. Not really sure. There's some interesting fluorite in here. You can see crystals and stuff. These fluorites are pretty extensive. They continue a long ways in the mine in different sections here. So they did quite a bit of mining in here. Obviously, I had to pay for that tram, I guess. Yeah, I've seen all kinds of nice fluorite in here. I don't think these guys are going to run out of rock anytime soon. Oh, look at that beautiful back there, eh? Just the colors in here. Oh, fantastic. No rats in here. And there's not much of this fluorite around either. It's fairly rare. Not valuable, but doesn't have a lot of uses, I guess. I think they used it to mix in with some other ore to help the flux. The fluxing at the mill. Just a really strong, very rich in here. And that's where the tours are, up in there. They blocked that off by the looks of it. It's not too bad getting around in here. Nice and loose, so it makes it easy to travel around here. The mining's a lot more extensive than you would think from just looking at the top part of it. It goes on for a long ways. I think we'll maybe stick to a lower level, and we'll see if we can walk all the way down without actually having to use the rope to ascend down the rest of the mine. A pretty fair grade here. Oh wow. The stoping is really neat in here. The big pillar there. Find the little cubby holes in here. Oh, I see. So that's going to go down to that lower level. I'm not sure if we're really going to want to go down there. Let's just stick up here for now. It's a little tight in there, eh? And it's got to go down. The ore must go down there to another level. Let's have a look up here first. Oh, this looks like it's been gobbed up here, eh? So that's what they call this gobbing. Hold this up. And all the ore would have went down here because there's nowhere else for it to go. At least there isn't now. Pretty skinny in there, eh? Yeah, I don't think we want to go down there. It might be nasty to carry and get back up. There's the ropes to make our way all the way back up. There we go. Another shot of these crystals, eh? Pretty dense in here. There's green bands, purple bands, and bands of quartz in here. I really like that purple stuff. This looks beautiful, eh? Beautiful purplish. Beautiful purplish streaks and bands in here. Purple and blue and white. Everything in here. Just a beautiful rock. I don't see many mines that are any more colorful than this. There's slabs of it. It's right up against the back there, so it's not really that much thicker by the looks of it here. Fairly warm in here. There we go. Or we can carry down the smooth stope. I don't know which would be easier or safer. I traveled all the way down this, I thought it was an ore chute, but the top part looked like an ore chute, but this part here looks more like a manway. So I'm not really sure what we got here, but anyhow, so that's about as far as we're going to get because we've hit the water. The bottom of the rock candy is completely plugged, so we went in from the top at it, the other at it, and we got down as far as we could, and this is to where the water is. So that's as far as you can get today in the rock candy because the bottom at it is plugged. The large open area at the top of the mine where they have the tours is actually called an open stope, so it's actually the top of the second adit. We're going to climb back up and exit the number 2 stope, and we'll show you where the open stope is, where they have the mine tours. And it's actually a continuation of the second adit. It's the top of the second adit, is what it actually is. Just have one. Look at just how beautiful these colors are. It's amazing. See those fluorites. I don't know what those purple rocks are, but they're very beautiful also. One last look down there, and we'll go see if we can find Andres and Nicole. So this must be some kind of a setup for a winch, I guess, or something, eh? Kind of looks that way.